Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode of This Is a Plane. $5. Can you imagine that?
Not an airplane.
No, not an airplane. Yeah, a good sturdy plane, $5. You know, I'm thinking that item that I wanted at the store for $10. I hope nobody picks it up, and I bet it's going to be gone.
What was it?
It was a complete set of great books of the Western world.
Oh, which one? Which store?
Not the first.
The flea market?
Yeah, not the first building, but the second building we went in.
Mm-hmm.
The one with all the different, people have their own little sections.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, $10 for a complete set of great books of the Western world. You can't beat that. Thing is, guess what I found out today? I have an order on hold, so to speak, with Classic Arms for over 2,000 rounds of 223 ammo. All I have to do is send a money order. I'm like, yeah, I didn't realize I still had that sitting there. So,
I didn't know it was there.
Yeah, me neither. So, it looks like we might have 223 ammo and more than twice the amount that I thought we were going to have.
How much is it?
Over $400.
Jesus.
Yeah, I sent him an email and asked him if I can reduce it to like half. Because it's 1,000 rounds is like $109 plus shipping. So.
How many rounds is it?
Over 2,000? Yeah.
That's a lot of ammo.
Yeah, well, and here's another thing I want to do, folks, since it's warm now.
And our tomato plants are starting to bloom.
Oh yeah, our tomato plants are starting to bloom. And our little pot of herbs, or the thing for herbs that we bought at Walgreens, they're all coming up. They're all sprouting.
It took their time, but...
And I opened the little mini greenhouse, and I had to water it. I figured it was, the moisture is pretty much trapped in there, but it still needed some liquid, so...
What is it doing?
We have lettuce coming up, green beans coming up, and squash coming up. So that's 3 things right there.
Maybe after watering, it'll be better.
Yeah, I hope so. Here's something I'd like to do, people. Once we
Play
get
the fiddle.
Play the fiddle. Once we get the ammo, I want to get some camo.
Well, I'm telling you right now, if there's any of that clearance yarn left, I'm getting a couple balls of it from.
Yeah,
that.
And I want you to get.
It's only like $5.
Yeah, and I want you to get some thread too.
Well, I have to get at least 4.
That's okay. We'll do it.
Oh, you know that thing I bought at Salvation Army thinking it was fabric. It's actually a skirt, but it could wrap around me about 3 times.
Oh.
Gigantic.
Oh.
I'm like, I've got to figure out how to remodel it so it doesn't fall off of me.
Yeah. I want to take off for 1 to 3 weeks. 3 weeks would be preferable to see if what we have, if we can do it for 3 weeks.
What do you mean take off?
Go in the woods, hike for like 3 weeks, off trail.
I don't have hiking boots.
Well, I would do it. I wouldn't expect you to do it, sweetie.
Well, I gotta do it too.
Yeah. But this is not to see if we are physically capable, but rather to see if the equipment we have will do 3 weeks.
Oh, the cook is going to abandon ship for 3 weeks. Lovely.
I'll leave some simple, easy, well, that's redundant. I'll leave some basic recipes. Anyway, the reason to do it with a full load of ammo is because that's a lot of weight. And yeah, that's a lot of weight there. Let's see. there are 6 times 3 magazines, 30 rounds each, plus 1 magazine, 30 rounds, in the kit, in the Alice gear. Well, I'd like to get some camo, and here's another thing that you do. You don't hike during the day. You sleep during the day. You hike at night.
Yeah, you're...
Which makes it that much more difficult because you can't use a flashlight. And you run into everything.
We fall down the side of the mountain, don't blame me.
Yeah. And, but you know what, I would actually need some decent rain gear that we don't have. I mean, we have rain gear, but not the kind I would need. What, Lucky? What? Oh, I wanted to tell you about what Lucky did today. What did you do today, Lucky?
Try to get yourself killed, as usual.
Alright, we have neighbors that have 2 alpaca and 2 dogs. Big dogs. They're both mixed breeds.
The dogs are friendly to people, but not to other dogs.
Oh yeah, the German Shepherd looking one, which is a husky. He has husky blood.
Or husky, yeah.
He's friendly. He wants to give you kisses, and he wants to be scratched and everything. And come here.
But little Mr. Wildman there.
Yeah. So this little boy, what do you do, Lucky, when we get out of the car? Say, I charge the fence, and I go right through the fence. It has little squares like cattle fence, livestock fencing. And
he didn't go through it, under it, did he?
No, he went through it though. I had to pull him back. And the 2 dogs, they're coming up like, hey. I think if they really wanted to hurt him, they would have though. They were just letting him know this is not your territory, it's ours. And
it'd be a different issue if he was a bigger dog.
Yeah. And Amos came over, and we got to scratch him too, but he was more interested in the food, which around the time we left, I picked some clover, but he was following his mama around, his human mama. She was walking around the property, and it's Amos and
Leo.
Leo's the white one, Amos is a brown one, and Leo is not the friendliest, and Amos is friendly, but he's expecting you to give him food. And then they have the 2 dogs.
Well, Leo hasn't had a lot of human contact, remember when he was
Yeah. He's a rescue also. Are they both rescues or just one of them?
No.
Just
Leo's had the more, was like hand raised.
So, he was, I think, okay with the alpaca. Were you okay with the alpaca, Lucky?
Those are the dogs he was fighting with.
Yeah. And he got up in my arms. He didn't put his head out the window, but he got up in my arms. He liked the breeze. He doesn't like the wind blowing in his face.
He's not a long-nosed dog, so...
Yeah.
What the problem is.
And because I'm talking to people who I went to school with and lived in the neighborhood with, do you see the 2 white and green things under my dad's flag? Those are the shishi dogs. Remember those? When you go to, how do you say, to the, the Buddhist temples.
Shrines.
The shrines, yeah, they have them outside. And there was one, we went on a field trip from school, and, you walk under a torii gate, and then on both sides of the walkway...
What do the torii gates mean? Is it just a gate, or...?
You're entering into, like, sacred space.
Oh.
And there are different types, like Okinawa, Japanese, Chinese. Each culture has their own little...
Thailand has the Buddhist monks in the saffron, orange.
So, I just found a mat of hair on.
Oh, let's say there's another tick. So I say, oh God.
He's sniffing to make sure I'm not pulling out a Q-tip.
Or a tick.
Yeah.
He's like, ah!
against Lincoln Sudbury Regional High School. All right, let's meet the team, starting with the Brookline High. We have Benjamin, Jonathan, Vikram, and Ben. Let's give it up. Brookline High School. There they are.
Okay. Now to our daughter, I still need to make a video for you. This isn't a video specifically for you, but I hope you're doing okay today. I know your husband was supposed to go hunting or something, and yeah,
leaving her.
No. You know, I mean, if you weren't so far away, you could of course come over here, or we could go over there. But it's kind of hard to walk.
You abandoned Texas.
It's kind of hard for us to go next door when you live halfway across the country. Which isn't your fault, it's not our fault, that's just the way things are. Like I said, I was going to make a video for you, and this isn't exactly it, but I found a tick walking up my pant leg this morning.
Oh no.
Yeah. And I put it in my spit jar.
I sure didn't like that.
No. And when when I was my grandparents or step-grandparents, they had a farm in Hempstead, which is in Texas, though I'm sure there are a lot of places named Hempstead. But they had this old dog. It was like a German Shepherd, I think. And my granddaddy kept a jar of oil in the barn. There are two houses, a barn, and stables. And you know, sometimes, you know, it's a hot day in the South Texas plains, and I just sit there with the dog and pick ticks off of them and throw them in the jar of oil.
I'm sure the dog appreciated that too.
Yeah. Yeah, he got them all up, but you know, he just ran out there. He wasn't pinned up or anything. He just
ran loose.
Yeah, so he was running through the fields and he was running through the woods, and lucky he never got eaten by them gators. They had a couple gators down there.
In Texas, yeah.
Yeah, they have alligators. My grandparents had it by that pond they had back there. And they were big ones too. And
only little ones bother you.
Yeah, I'm snipping little things of hair off Lucky, which I'm not sure he really appreciates, but
too bad.
Yeah. This is a great little tool. I call it my tool. It's a Swiss Army knife. So I used to have a little pouch for it, but I don't know what happened to it. They're not expensive, but let's see.
Don't really need it anyway.
No, I just keep it in my pocket. Let's see. For my new friends and some people that may actually be old friends, very old friends, outside of Spain and Germany, you'd be my oldest friends. You know, my first best friend, Stefan, but we called him Steffi. He died when he was about 6 years old. He had a heart condition. He was from Germany. His parents were from Yugoslavia, and they moved to Germany during the war. But he was, I don't know, a year or two older than me. But
he was probably kind of small with a heart problem.
Yeah, because we looked about the same size. And,
yeah.
But I don't know when his dad died. I don't know when his mom died either. But
After he did,
oh yeah, because they had another kid. They were in like their 40s or 50s, and they had another kid. And I think,
well, some families were huge, you know.
yeah. Well, they had another kid because they wanted to try and replace Steffi, and he had to grow up his whole life hearing about Steffi.
Oh God, it wasn't good for him.
No. So the thing is, his brothers and sisters, some of whom were old enough to remember the war.
Well, I mean, some families used to be around
Oh yeah,
a dozen or more, you know.
Well, my mother's father was the youngest of 13.
Well, I talked to one man, and he was probably born in the 30s or 40s. I think he was from a family of 16 children.
Oh gosh.
Well, it was a Catholic family too.
Yeah.
But they breed like rabbits.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to say that about the Irish.
But in a way, it's a good thing because then you don't have to worry about your enemies.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got enough people to overrun them.
Yeah. So.
Especially if you have men.
Yeah. So, Kat, how are you doing? You can try and add me on Yahoo Messenger again. I don't know why it was saying it was an invalid.
Sometimes you don't get it exactly right. It's just one letter off or something, you know.
Yeah. I think maybe the problem was adding the @yahoo.com. I think you just put in my email name without the @yahoo.com. But
does she use Facebook chat?
I don't know. I can find out.
I hardly ever have mine on, but if I know somebody's using it, I'll put it on.
So if you heard your mama what she just said,
I just found turning it off as hell.
yeah, I keep mine turned off.
Well, you basically have to shut down Facebook to turn it off.
No.
Ah!
Ellen, guess what happened? I don't know where the bottle of medicine is, but I didn't get both my medicines this month.
What?
Oh, here it is. Yeah, there was no refills on this one.
Oh, did I'll have to call the doctor then, huh?
Yeah.
But aren't you like a mile ahead?
Yeah, but I don't want them to know it.
Well, same with mine.
But,
Like when I don't take my medicines, which I haven't done for, I think I skipped Friday and Saturday, or Saturday and Sunday, Saturday and today. Oopsie.
Oopsie.
Yeah, I've skipped Saturday. Well, that's not too bad.
So.
One day off isn't going to hurt.
Yeah.
Except for the diabetes medicine there.
Yeah, now folks, I have this thing about ticks, so I'm always like, you know, it's aggravating because I don't.
He tried to rip a mole off of his back.
Yeah.
Which is not good because you don't want them suckers bleeding and.
No. Well, let's see.
But you couldn't see it either. That was part of the problem.
I just felt something. I didn't know what it was. Oh, and I didn't realize I still had these. I can cut these out. They're bookmarks. They're on heavy. They're like on cardstock.
Too bad we can't laminate them.
No, that would be good. We had a laminator.
I would actually like to get one of our scanner machines going again so we can
scan things.
Pictures. Yeah, I don't know how we're going to get your slides onto the computer though.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
You'll have to research that online.
Well, there was a guy on that Facebook page who he says he scans them or whatever.
I mean, that one thing that the Red Shed has, I don't know what the price is on. I don't think there's a price tag on the box except for the original, which is like $70.
What was it?
It's a thing to put different like records and CDs and stuff into your computer.
Oh.
I don't know what they're wanting for it. I think it was like $69.95, and I think that was Radio Shack.
Oh gosh.
But Radio Shack's, I remember Radio Shack used to give out free batteries.
Yeah, you can get the Battery of the Month Club or something.
I don't think they even have batteries anymore.
Well, what we're going to do, at least we're going to try, is we're going to put the projector here on this seat.
Going to Radio Shack is like extortion.
And we're going to beam the slides up on that bathroom door.
Oh, we are?
Mm-hmm.
Tonight?
Oh, sometime.
I'm just asking.
The thing is, that slide projector is old. I mean, it's old.
I wonder if the bulb is still...
It was in San Antonio.
Well, it's been moved to
Yeah. The thing is
radiation and back.
that bulb has been in there at least since we lived in Houston, or outside of Houston. We left there in 1983.
No, but trying to find one could be a job, too.
Yeah. So it's at least 30 years old. Yeah, they're having a high school reunion. My class is having a high school reunion. 30 year, I think. 30, 35 years.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to even remember anybody.
Well, it would be nice for you to be able to go, but
Yeah.
going is... Oh.
Pre-purchase tickets $55, at the door $75.
How much did it cost us to go to Texas the last time on the bus?
The bus itself,
Like $300, maybe?
yeah. And that was one way.
And that was miserable.
Yeah. And this would be to Houston. And you'd believe me, Houston is...
That bad.
Yeah, I took the bus from Kerrville to Houston once.
Oh,
And,
interesting, huh?
well, I got into the bus depot. That's when they still had trailways. And I got in there like late at night. And so my mom came and picked me up. And we're driving away. And all of a sudden these guys just jump on this one guy and start beating him. And
Kind of like going to Mexico, huh?
yeah. So now when I went to Mexico, the city bus in Mexico had bullet holes all through it.
Oh, God.
So I'm like,
Air conditioning.
yeah, and people just jump on and jump off. It doesn't stop. You just jump on and
Oh,
jump
shit.
off. Yeah.
They need to have bus stops.
Yeah.
People are not frogs.
No. And anyway, so let's see. Was there anything else? Well, text us, message us on Facebook, message us on Messenger, Skype. I have Skype, but I don't know how to use it.
I don't know. I don't have it, but I don't know how to use it either.
So,
Skype's a odd mess.
you know. So, oh, this right here. What is this, lilac?
Yes.
Lilac. It smells so
Oh,
wonderful.
there's bushes around us in bloom. I can't show her the large one that I picked. It's like a stem of the thing.
No, I can't really tell, can you? See it on the nuts from the top?
And the red, well, you can't even see it in the red base.
So, okay, folks. So this is the fishing stuff right here. These are the crutches that I was supposed to use for.
They all went to the wind up the recycling center like the last bear.
Yeah.
We didn't get much for them though, did we?
Nah.
But
So,
hey, maybe we should keep them.
yeah, I think we should keep them. You never know what emergencies might happen. So, anyway, I hope we can get that ammo. But if we do,
That much is like.
Yeah. And of course, that much will last us a little while.
Yeah, but we can't afford that much.
No, but if we did get that, then there's other stuff we couldn't get, so it's like...
And we need glasses.
yeah, we need glasses.
Did you find out prices on which is the cheapest place here in town to get the eye exams done?
No, I haven't. Well, folks, I'm going to end this because it's 24 minutes, 28 seconds. Now it's 32.